Hello everybody, my name's Idiotic Synergy and today we're talking about Urien Rakarth, basically a really cool character for the Dark Elder that hasn't been on the Games Workshop site in a couple of years. Now it's back. Sadly it's only for a limited amount of time, but I really like this character and I really want an update of this character because I think he's really fucking cool. Basically, he's a homunculus. And he's a named homunculus, and he's really fucked up, and I really like his style, and look at all of his arms and weird mechanical shenanigans he can do in game. It's so cool. It's so cool, but alas, he is only here for a limited amount of time, which is a shame, and there's no proper 360 view, which again is a shame, but I just love his design. Look at him. Just look at him. He is fucked up. He's got, like, all these syringes and, like, multiple arms and flesh things coming out of him, and I love him. I absolutely love this model. People have been talking about the new Lionel Johnson model. Sure, that's fine. I'm talking about this guy because he's limited and he's made to order, and I really want to get this character. I really do, but I don't play Dark Elder. I don't find them interesting, but I find this character interesting. Also, look, there's a little minion on his back. Hello there. I'm going to call him Steve. Look at him, he's so cool. I'm so glad that this model is back, even if it is for a limited amount of time, because he's just joyous, and I've looked at his rules, and they're quite joyous as well. Also, look at them beans. Look at them. Look at those bloody toenails. They are horrible. But don't worry, he's got some weird worms at the bottom of him to make him hover, because why not? If he wants to hover, he can. He's Urien Rakarth. You ain't gonna tell him no, because if you do, he's probably going to yank your knob off or something. He's a creepy fucker, and I really like his character. Anyway, yeah, I just realised something. Look! Oh, mate, I want to talk about the Slimph. I will talk about the Slimph. Nah. Right, sorry, old Dark Elder models have a special place in my heart. Because they're just really cool, and I really wish they weren't just a limited time. But I'm hoping, praying that for 10th edition they will get an update. And I want to field this guy because he is the Dark Elder version of Fabius Bile, and I just love him. I love him to bits, even though he's creepy and weird and kind of is awful. I find him fascinating. Anyway, I want to show you his rules because his rules are quite entertaining. Let's go. So, these are the rules, though not for long because 10th edition is right round the corner, and I really hope he stays for 10th. I will be upset if they kill him off or just get rid of him, because he's such a cool character. But these are the rules, and he has the Prophets of Flesh, which is a special sort of thing that he's a part of, and it's really cool. Basically, he's 100 points, and his... oh, no. And his stats are Movement 7, Weapon Skill 2, Ballistic Skill 2, Strength 3, Toughness 3... Sorry, not Toughness 3, Toughness 5. That's right, this man is built. He is built different because it's Urien Rakarth. Yeah, ain't gonna stop him. He is built different. He's got 6 wounds, son. Attacks 5, Leadership 8, Save of a 6. But it doesn't matter because he's got all of these horrific powers, and these abilities make me happy. So, let's start with his weapons. Casket of Cleansing. Sounds as pleasant as it is. It's an Assault 2d6 weapon. You can only use it once per battle, which is a bit of a shame, but it's Strength 3, AP -1, Damage 1, but it automatically hits the target. Which means if you're lucky, you can get 12 hits out of it, and if you're fighting guard, then you're wounding on 4s. With this weird and wacky flamer. It's kind of interesting. Then he's got his Homunculus Tools, which is a poisoned weapon, obviously, which does 1 damage. And then you do 1 attack with the Ichor Injector. And if you're making a hit with this weapon, sorry, I'm stuttering really badly today, then the target suffers 1 mortal wound and the attack sequence ends. So, with all that being said, let's get into his ability. Basically, he's got lots of abilities and I really like all of them. So, he's got a clone field, a 4-up invulnerable save, and he's also a HQ, meaning that you should bring him instead of the fucking Archon. I'm not saying that you should, but I am saying if you bring him instead of the Archon, you're in my good books. I mean, sure, it might not be better competitively viable or whatever, but at least you're not bringing bloody Archon. Anyway, despite that, he's got a 4-up invulnerable save. This ability, HAEMONCULUS, which is you roll 1d6 on a 6. You roll on a 6 that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Sustained by Dark Science is a really fun ability, because once per battle, when this model is killed, you roll 1d6 at the end of the phase, and if you do so on a 2, set this model back up on the battlefield as close as possible to where they were destroyed by any enemy models with D3 wounds remaining. That's right, you can just stand back up again. At the end of your movement phase, select 1 Prophets of Flesh Monster or 1 Prophets of Flesh Grotesque, and you can heal D3 lost wounds. That is within 3 inches of this model. Then you've got Contempt for Death, which is each time an attack is allocated to this model, half the damage characteristic of that attack, rounding up. Master of Pain, while a friendly Prophets of Flesh core unit is within 6 inches, add 1 to the toughness characteristic, and you'll probably be wondering, oh, what is the core unit? Well, that's Raks and Grotesques, meaning they can be really buffed up. And also, you have Sculptor of Tournament, where you increase the strength and leadership within 6. So, say you got a bunch of Raks and Grotesques surrounding him. Yeah, good luck killing them, because he upgrades their toughness and their strength. I love him. I like his rules. Also, he's got a really cool Warlord trait, where you choose one of the below. You can select 1 to this Warlord's toughness and wounds characteristic, meaning that it's toughness 6, wounds 7, or you add 1 to this Warlord's movement and attacks characteristic, meaning he moves 8 inches and got 6 attacks. Personally, I would go for toughness, because having a toughness 6, 7 wound Urien Rakarth is quite cool. Also, he's only 100 points. 100 points, and he also does all the power from pain stuff as well. I love this model. I really do. If you have like a bunch of racks around him, then yeah, go for it. Go ham. Just go absolutely ham. This guy's really good. And 4-up invulnerable save is not to be sniffed at. And I like him. I like the fact he can come back. It's a really fun model. It might not be competitively viable, but personally, I don't care about that, because he's a fun model to use. And fun should always take precedent over competitiveness, unless you find fun in competitiveness, which is what I've been doing recently, because I've been playing a silly little tournament with my Night Lords, and I've sort of just been sacrificing my Night Lords to hold objectives, and I've been winning games instead of just trying to headbutt people with my Terminators, which is weird. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Bye for now.